Good morning. And I really want to thank you for the pastor, our dad, for actually doing this, because this is what I was thinking about. I'm like, man, like you, nobody's going to want to do the walk. So I'm going to warm you up and get you ready for what we're going to do. Technically, this is an hour block of instruction. But it's go, 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 go. And I'm going to introduce some things that we seem to hardly ever talk about. Okay? But before I tell you what those things are, I need to warm up my voice because I cannot carry tunes in public. But I'm going to do some things, okay? Now, what's this all about? It's about everything that all of you have been talking about. But it's the little things that we miss, okay? So, some of the things I'm going to talk about, which Pat has already covered. When we're moving, always make sure our toes are pointed in the direction that we go. Because more injuries happen from people thinking they're going to move quickly, faster than their frequencies, and they move in the wrong direction, and they blow their own knees because they're trying to look good and move faster than they should. That's number one. Number two, touch is critically important. When I'm working with mothers in the pediatric obstetrical environment, I teach them about feeding, latching on, and unlatching. And sometimes you have dads in the room, who the heck is this guy coming in managing my wife, and what the heck does he know about anything? And then when I show them, I say, see, it's like that. I got it this way, you don't. I've dealt with this real estate from this level. This is your first time. Yeah. So, touch is very important. When we touch people, it sends signals. Okay? When we're touched a certain way, it causes us to do a certain thing. This kazushi that you were talking about, it starts with touch. If I touch you from a frontal or anterior position, you're probably going to want to resist. We don't like people in our spaces, okay? But if I touch you, we're meeting for the first time. Good morning, sir. How are you? Good morning, sir. How are you? But guess what? Something's happening. Okay? I love you, bro. Okay? I want you to feel this. We like dentists. They already prepared us. Good morning, sir. How are you? What did everyone feel? Do you realize, what did you feel?
You look like I was to you.
Actually, yes. So when the big crazy people come out, I've got money, I shake their hands, and I'm humble and sweet and nice, and they wonder why they're feeling off balance and taking that step. It's really about touch and kazushi. But we've done all of this standing up. Well, guess what? We know everything that we need to know. Whether we're standing or whether we're lying down. What's the word? Is it shizentai?
Shizentai, yeah.
Yes, this right here. Well, if you're all laying on your backs, it's the same position. Except, if I go down to the islands, me no got no legs. Me no got no arms. And so me still has to learn to walk. So, having said that, I'm going to teach you some drills. This is go, go, go. I'm going to show you some drills. I'm going to let you do the drills because the drills segue into what we're going to do. When I'm done, you will know at least two positions. These positions are the positions that most people get to in a fight. Most people want to get you on the ground. You've seen MMA and all that craziness. They want to get you down so they can pound you. But when we are thrown, we go to two basic positions. One is a side control, or one is a top mount. And for the person that's on the bottom, you're usually trying to close them, and you have a guard. Guard means you're putting something in between them, mostly the hips. So it's an open guard or it's a closed guard. What I'm going to show you today, in 1 hour or less, is all you need to know, period. We do this down in Lawton. We take new students and we say, your only job is to survive. But if you practice these things slowly, at frequency, or at speed, the way I showed them to you, I promise you, even with the biggest, strongest person, you can survive. Now, take away the hitting, take away the punching, you can survive. Okay? But if hitting or punching is allowed, I'm just going to tell you like this. I don't have time to play with you. If a hand comes at me, I'm breaking those fingers immediately. And I'm going to put your eyes out, snatch your ear off your face, break your nose, crush your throat, and I can hit you in about 8 times in about a second. And most people that haven't seen me do it, I'll let some of you feel that today very well. Okay. So, the first thing, because me no got no, oh, have a seat. Me no got no legs. I'm like this dying cockroach. But I've got to be able to move. Something we never talk about is the core. That abdominal space down there that's connected to your hips. Develop your core. Everything's core. If I need to move around, I've got to learn how to move my hips. I'm riding a bicycle. Okay? So I've turned a complete circle. Well, maybe I want to move away from someone. Then I'll pick up my hips and my shoulders. My hips and my shoulders. I'm walking away from you. I can do this slowly, or I can do this quickly. This is the first drill that we're going to do because this is very important. Okay? And I can't teach you by doing it for you. You've got to get on the floor and do it. And as you're doing this, I'll walk around the house. So, you're walking towards the wall. So you've got to use your core to raise your hip up, pull it to one side, raise your shoulders up, pull it evenly to that side. Yeah, I like those sounds. I'm usually laughing when it's happening. People are funny. This is no joke. No joke. Pull your hips up in the air and shift them to one side. Hips up, hips up. Okay, now, just stop. Because I told you we'd keep moving. This is not about you mastering this. This is giving you something to take home for you to work on. Because the only way for you to go good, better, best, never let it rest. By making your good better and your better your best. So the work is on you. Each one of you has an experience here. Was it difficult?
Yes.
Does it burn? Does it hurt? So what does that say about your body? That core, that spot that's causing you some issue, it's not as strong as it should be. Okay? Should be stronger, but that's where everything works from. So everyone got to this side of the room? Oh, no. You have to walk to the side of the room. Now, Big Bob Ray came in yesterday and he pulled me in the corner and he was talking to me about some stuff. So I have a homework assignment too. This thing that I'm going to teach you, he says, well, we've taught people how to do side escapes or shrimps all wrong. He does them without using his feet. But we've got to learn to crawl before we walk. So we're going to do a side escape or a shrimp. I'm down on my back. I'm literally in a hole. If someone is standing over me, I'm in a hole between their hips or their legs. Well, when we're in a hole or a box or something like that, and we want to lift out, what do? We take our hands, we put it on the edges, and what do? We push up, and we pull our butts over the edge, right? Well, now we're on our back. It's the same thing. Here, our basic, I'm going to keep messing it up, scissor tie. Whenever we're on the ground, our hips are always by our butts, and our hands are up by our faces. We call that framing. I'm going to address that also, but not now. Here, we're learning to use our core. There's something called pelvic tilt. My body is touching the ground. Guess what? It's kind of hard to move when you've got earth behind you. Well, in order to move with earth, you've got to get on points. We have shoulder points, we have hip points, we have heels and the balls of our feet. We've got to learn to balance and move on points. And our heads are always up, chins tucked in. In order for me to move, the first thing I must be able to do is just get my hips off the floor. I haven't exerted any other strength. I haven't exerted any other strength or used any additional muscles that are not required. Most people want to pop up like this. Guess what? It's a little move. Now I can move my hips to the left. I can move my hips to the right. I can do this. If you're sitting on you or not, I will demonstrate at some point. So, once you learn to get your hips up, if I, and this is a Daitoru thing, our body is on an actual skeleton, which means we're on a pole that rotates. So when one side's going forward, the other side's going back. If we focus our minds on the direction we want to go, our bodies will go there. So, if I want to roll to my side or turn to my side, I get my hips up, okay? I need to get up on this shoulder, so what do? I take the opposite hand. See, this shoulder has to come back. Well, I can't pull it back, can I? But if I take the opposite shoulder and I reach, now my body is off the floor. I'm on this shoulder and the back of this arm. The harder I touch, the more it pulls the shoulder back. Now, I'm on my side. This is the best place to be. Because if I'm flat, first of all, I'm in a bad position. But they're able to sit heavily on me. But when I raise up, the body is longer. Now they're up, and at least one leg is going to float. I can move to that leg or the other. But I've already turned to my side. But I don't want to stay here. I want to get out of that hole. So what do? Remember when we used to fall by not rolling our legs, but we would open up? So the muscular, meaty parts of our bodies would hit and on our ankles. Well, we're going to drop that leg, lift our hip, look and turn. I'm going to push with my leg. Now, you got to get your core involved. When I push with my leg, I'm going to pull my butt and try and touch the back of my head while looking down at my feet. I'm doing that little pipe dive that we do in a swimming pool. I've moved away from that line. Now I'm going to move away from this line and let you see it. See? So no joke here, no magic. I want all of you, heads facing in this direction, on your backs, assuming your basic position, feet on the floor, by your butts. And I just want you to turn and reach to the right and to the left. Okay? Okay. Good. Now stop. Now that you've turned and reached, some of you going ahead, turned and reached from the right to left, you've got that move down. I want you to take the leg on the side you're turning to, drop it on the floor, turn and reach and pull with the leg that's still bent, and push your butt up. Push your butt up. Pull that butt. And guess what? Now you're coming out of the hole. Keep going. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah. Yeah. Watch your lanes. Yeah. You got it. Oh, no. You're not pulling your knees to your face. You're pushing your butt to the back of your hands. And all this does is it's a demonstration of how we truly are not in touch with our bodies and our cores, because we've been standing all the time doing all this great magical stuff. And I'm here to submit to you the reason why I started studying jiu-jitsu is because I got to thinking about all these things. And then I got to thinking, what happens if some guy or some lady, because there's some nasty ones out there, they're really good, if they were to take me and throw me down to the ground and use these techniques which I've never seen before, I'm going to get hurt. And I did not like that. Now, for the judo folks, you get this. But in sports judo today, when you throw, you get a point and it's over. Go home. No, in jiu-jitsu, they throw you. You get those points, you control them. You get those points, and then they want to do magical, nasty things to you after that. So you've got to figure out how to fight on the ground, or figure out how to survive and get up, or get back on top. So you can drop some of those punches. Everybody back on the other side. So, there were 3 positions that I was talking about. One is side control, the other is mount, and the other is an open or a closed guard, depending on what you do with your feet. We're going to address those. I want everyone, I'm a police officer. Get your hands up, get your hands up, get your hands up. Yeah, that's bad.
Am I being a thing?
Huh?
Am I being a thing? Am I free to go?
What is it?
No.
You have baseball, technical system.
You know what we did? We raised our hands, palms out. Physiologically, that is a very weak position. It's very difficult to push from that position. Okay, you've engaged your core differently. It's weaker. It's just like what Pat was showing us. Do I turn my hand this way? Do I do like? It's a weak position. Back in the day, the knights of old, when they would greet each other, well, they wouldn't necessarily greet each other, but they would stop, be it on foot or on horses. They wanted to see who they were because their visors were down sometimes. You know what they did? That's where the salutes come from. That's right. They would reach to raise their visor. Now watch. They've got all this armor on. It restricts them. They would reach hand to face and raise the visor. This put them in a good framing position and a good blocking position. Well, why is that important? Well, instead of using strength, because we use muscles for everything, we're using our long bones to set things up. If I have a long bone in your chest, unless you find a way to break it, my long bone is going to stay in your chest. Unless you find a way to move my arm, my long bone is going to stay where it is. So if I bring my hands up, looking at my palms, I used to upset some people, but I've been there in terms of religion. Allahu Akbar. And people would get upset. What is he doing? I'd have students get upset. Hey man, you need to slow your roll. If you do what I ask you to do and focus on the message, I'll teach you how to survive. But if I can distract your mind that easily because I did this thing, you are really not in the right place. And you are free to go if you like. I don't give a flying fig. But if we bring our hands up like this, I have a virtual 90. If someone's going to come, woo, Dennis, come on. And we're going to do it, you're on this side. Dennis is going to get to crawl over me, so we're just showing you framing. Come into here, I'm here. Okay, come on down.
Where you going?
Slide control, whatever you want. Okay. Get around it, get over it, do what you like. Smash me, hurt me. Oh, this is a sadomasochistic moment. And you notice how I'm able to talk and have a good time? But guess what? I've kept my frames up. Now, I can move, but I'm not trying to. But he's having, how hard is it? Why haven't you finished it yet? Because you see people getting finished real fast in the demonstrations, right? This right here will help you survive. And I've just kept my hands here. Or I can always slide through the soft spaces, bring my hand back to my chin. Thank you, sir. And he's really strong, you all know that. Guess what? I'm just holding my arms in place, but I can move them. So thank you for that. That's a frame. So you now know how to frame. This is easy. So When someone is throwing, bam! When you go down, you still have it on. I can drop to a knee and break this arm, or I can go to control you. Okay? I like to use Dennis. Dennis is on his back. Generally, when we made that throw, we still have it on. Okay? We're either going to take his arm and pull him over. Most people don't have time for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a knee to his hip so he doesn't push against me. I still have this arm. If he gets squirrely, I'm going to fold this arm over my knee. Or I'm going to hug this arm as I'm bringing my knee, because he thinks he's in a good place. I'll put a knee by the hip, a knee up to the
No, let's
head.
be clear, I don't think I'm a good player.
A knee up to the head, my body. I'm using my core. I'm getting heavy on him. I'm taking my arm, because we got no arms and hands. I'm taking my elbow. I'm going to straighten his arm to my thigh. I'm going to slide my hand behind his head. I'm controlling this arm. I'm going to turn that palm up, reach under in here. This is the basic side control that most people do, except for me. I put my cross face in, I get heavy, and I sit down. I'm squeezing on a lobe of his lung. I'm hugging him into me, but I don't want to stay here. But most people learn to do this. I can rub my face on his. That's nasty. Give him some sawdust. I can drop my chin in his nose. I can lay my head down. Yeah? You want out of there?
Certainly. You want that one?
And stop. You hear that breathing? That's the sound of panic. Yeah, it's a sound of panic. Now, I held him long enough. My point is what you feel.
Well, I have a lot of weight on it.
Yes.
And there's a lot of control.
Yes. When you learn these things, which you can practice, I'm just doing all the stuff we've learned. I've taken my body, I've used my core to smash down heavy. Now, if I do something to the person, I am honor bound to show that person how to deal with it. That's what we're here for. How do we survive? Pat, you're a judo guy. Doc's a judo guy. Jack's a judo guy. I know him for a fact. Dr. V. John Kirby, will you come for me? I want you to put me inside control. Thanks, sir. Okay. The first thing we're going to work on is this side control escape. I'll show you how to do side control. Okay. He's going to put me inside control. I do this on purpose. Is that it? I mean, you good? Yeah. Okay, and this I asked everybody, are you good? See my arms? What's the first thing I need to do? And he keeps moving, but it's okay. I need to frame. You see this fist right here, this knuckle? I'm going to take that knuckle, and I don't care if it's his eye. See how his head's moving? I want that across his throat. I'm going to catch some material, and I'm going to keep that in place. But you smash in. He don't want to smash in. Now, this arm right here, he's laying on the ground. He's already in a bad position. What has Big Bob, what's the thing about the table?
Attack the table, make it unstable.
Attack the table, make it unstable. In order for him to feel that he's comfortable in a good position, he's dropped his leg and his hip on the floor. He is assisting in my escape because he is letting me know where to go. One, I'm not going to let his head get back down, but he will not let me get my other frame into his hip. That's okay. I'm going to hold on to my material. Okay? My feet. There's no threat. I'm going to lift my feet up, and I'm going to step away. That's why the core is important. I need to turn and face him. This frame is in. That's uncomfortable for him. So I'm turning so I can push up into his frame. What's going to happen is, because one of his table legs is down, he's unstable. This won't be me going to getting a closed guard position. This becomes a sweep, because I'm going to keep reaching and step over. Now, I've got what's called, he's moving. I've got what's called a paper cutter choke right here. But I'm in mount. And in mount, oh, I love when they do that. There's something, he's grapevining me right here. If you want your ankles injured, grapevine a person who has a clue. But I'm down. Are you okay? He's red. I'm already cutting off, because everything's a weapon. I'm cutting off the blood flow to one side of his head. Okay? I still have this arm. I'm showing you all that. That's not what you're going to focus on. I'm just showing you all the possibilities. I have this arm. I can pull it out. I can keep applying pressure. His lower body's moving to compensate. I can reach. I'm going to drag my elbow to his head. You notice I haven't reached around? I'm using my core. I'm using those no arms I got. So he can't turn and look back to me. The person who can look back this way can face me. I keep him back that way. I feed this hand under. Now I'm ready for that arm lock. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want you to vary and change your side control. I want you to stay up, because most people play that. This position here, anytime a table leg is gone, we are weak. You're going to get rolled. This position stays up. Whether I'm forward or not, this position is a stable base. So when I'm in side control, I pull you into that. So I want you to do that for me, because I want you to see how we manage the body. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have an okay. Come on, because it's kind of a jits thing. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do it. Y'all can see everything here. So he's got his side control. Okay. Right. Now, this doesn't have to be a fight, because it's for demonstration. But anyway, it can be. Now, he's got his head down. I don't always need that, but I'm going to start rubbing his face. And jiu-jitsu people are notorious for the pain tolerance. So I'm already in. He's supposed to be pressured up. See what he did? He wanted to move his arm. Guess what? That's still not good. Because while he's moving his arm, what's the thing that Big Bob says about the table?
Attack the table, make it unstable.
Attack the table, make it unstable. I'm attacking the table. He's giving up a table leg. Okay? I still have to get my second frame in. I'm going to get my elbow into his hip. So I have a long bone. Now move forward. He can't, because I've got a long bone there. Look, my arm's relaxed. I'm not using any strength. That long bone keeps him from moving forward. This long bone keeps him from dropping on me. Now I'm smart enough not to know to push so hard, because he wants to push my elbow across my face. I don't care about that. I'm fixing to defeat this arm right now. Remember this step I told you all about? I'm coming here. I've slid out of that arm. Because there's no table leg, there's space under the table. That shrimp we did, it's a reverse shrimp. I'm going to turn, pull my knee across his body. Okay? That's a straight bone. He cannot move forward. He can't move forward. My knee is there. Now, I'm going to align my body with his so that we're straight. He's pulling this arm because he doesn't want it injured. This leg right here, most people keep it out. Sometimes I will push it inside of the knee so I can flip him if he gets squirrely. But right now, we're going to leave it out. This foot, I can sweep. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take my hips, turn out. He is now in my closed guard. And I haven't broken down. No one likes to be broken down. No one wants to be broken down. I'm in the best place. He can't punch me because I'm controlling him. Now I can drop some elbows too, but this is where we wanted to go. You all saw me move from a poor position to a more improved position, yes? Okay. So, the move is get your frames in. Pick a side. I'm going to step away. I'm going to push, thinking and pointing this way. See how this shrimp pulls my body out? There's a space. I'm going to pull my knee in. Okay? I'm going to align myself with that body. Okay? This is still trapped under one side, but this leg is on that outside. I'm going to turn my hips out. Turning your hips out creates space, which is the answer to what Pat was teaching us. When we move our hips a certain way, or when we move and rotate our shoulders a certain way, it gives us more room to move. It lengthens us, and now I can take this knee and move it. Now, I can't get my knee over there if I'm on my back, but if I get up on my hip, I can bring my knee up to my face. So, I want you to partner up. Does anyone have any questions about this before we start? You got the gist of what you're going to do?
You mean the gist of it?
You got a partner? I'm going to walk through it. Get a partner. We'll make sure you're all positioned well. For you judo players, and you know these positions, help someone out when you put them into your side control, because you're going to do a proper side control, and then we can walk them through this escape, okay? And we do things on 3. 1, 2, 3. Partner up.
I really great these.
Spriggs. Remember, you want that straight. Now, you notice how you're not using any straight, that straight muscle, that bone is right there. Now, when you step away with those feet, you go, now turn and look. No, touch that elbow to that wall. Touch. Yeah! Now, he's got the back way. Now, take that lower leg, bring it across. No, in. You want your foot to feel his hip. Yeah. Now, turn, and move. You're trying to get under the see how you move? Just like that. Use the feet like that. Just like that. Use the straight okay, good. As you get better, you will develop what do you use? You use the straight long bone straight long bone you feel the feet. It's easy enough.
It's amazing the amount of space very quickly.
Yeah.
Mine now.
Right there. Now, push that knee out. Right there. Now, so you can pull your foot out and reach around. That foot goes over. This foot now close. That's it. You do it right. There should not be much of a because the long bone in the forearm is keeping them from coming down. Remember that. Your core. It's about moving it around, creating
That doesn't feel like core strength is the issue, right?
Okay. Oh, I want to say this. Show some. Lower third of your forearm in there, and you want it to hurt. If you're not making it hurt, you're trying to die. You want it to hurt. I'm not going to keep trying to attack you unless I'm really stupid. I'm not going to keep trying to attack you and hurt my neck. So I'm going to stop. That's the space you need to move around. You're creating space. When I show you the mountain state, you're going to use the soft parts of the body to navigate while you're using the straight shoulders and the hips to move around. Again, this is not perfect. It's not perfect. But it's something for you to go home and work on. And for the people who already do this, or some semblance of it, it's like, hey, well, maybe this helps out. I'm trying to help you understand. Most of our work, whether we're standing or on our back, it's from the space right here. And people smash me all the time. But even though you're smashing me, folks are like, what is that thing you're doing with my head, with your hips? Hold on, y'all have any questions about that? No questions?
Can I feel the motion where you're slipping your leg in? Because part of that is just flexibility issue. I want to feel
Okay.
what that's like.
Now, it's stupid to do what I'm doing, okay? We all know this. But I kind of do it as a head game when I'm working with the people to let them know. If you start practicing from the worst position, then you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? So he's got me, and he's ready to do his thing, and he's hugging my arm. So I'm going to take my knuckles Yeah. I don't care about that. I care about me. He's trying to hurt me. I want him uncomfortable. Now, see, look at this. He don't want to push into that. Opposite. See that? Now, this thing that Pat, you did a brilliant job. It's perfect. I am reaching over. I'm reaching over and reaching under. That reaching over and reaching under allows me to get long. I'm not doing anything hard. I'm just I'm getting a yawn and a stretch. So I want to hold him in this position, right? So I'm going to step away. I'm pushing away. I've got a space. I want to get my knee into this space and all the way across. At this point, I can use a fist or a hand, but I'm here. Now, in order to get him where I need him to be and reposition my body, I'm going to stretch.
Gotcha. Okay.
He can't come past that leg, so he's sliding down. I'm going to pull my hip out, open and close. And I'm holding. So do you feel that?
Yeah.
So I'm pulling a belt around your waist, getting the knee all the way across, and I want my instep to feel your hip. This is all about feel. So, we good? Okay. That's you. We're going to show you the same thing from mount. Okay? And most people think, man, this person is on me. And I'm like, get comfortable, breathe, and show you how to do that. Okay? So, here we go. Okay. So, everybody back to the other side. And if you want me to change the angles, I will change the angle. I will do this over and over so you can see it from different angles. Okay. Mount. Okay. He comes to mountain. Never do this. Bad. Okay. But he should. What just happened? Tell them what just happened. Some people don't realize it. What just happened?
I thought you went up.
Yeah. Why?
You raised your hips and legs a little.
Yeah, I did. So I'm creating space.
On the Aiki.
Thank you. Yes. That and wait, I didn't.
Watching the clouds.
Yeah. So right now he's squeezing because I can feel him trembling. I'm letting him work. I'm letting him get tired. Now, on mount, there are different things he can do. I'm always going to frame. He's got to deal with my arms. Oh, if he goes to one side, what y'all hear me argue about a lot here is, I'm not trying to make something happen. He's telling me where he wants to go. So if he goes to attack that arm, I want to protect it and keep it close to him. He's already leaning. And I'm going to hold him there. I got a straight arm in. It's in his gut. If I want to reinforce it so it doesn't move, I might hold on to my collar. But he's already on one side. Okay? So, he can attack left, right, up or down. It doesn't matter. Okay? If he's going to play that way, that's okay. He's got arms. Okay? Whether you have sleeves or not, I call these Lego hands. Okay? Lego hands. I take the Lego hands. If he's on top of me, I take my Lego hands and I break his arms off. But what's that Pakwajong I heard some guys talking about? The push hands? All right. Yeah? We're doing push hands. So once I pop his hands off, I want to stick his hands. Well, guess what? While he's playing with my hands, I can still move and manipulate him. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out which arm he wants me to break him down with the hold. This is bad for him. What's that thing that Big Bob says about the table?
Attack the table.
I've attacked the table. I have a table leg. He can't post out over here. I can grab a belt. What am I going to do? I'm going to get my hips up off the floor. That straight forearm that I have over there, that straight humerus, I'm going to look and turn over here while not pulling out, pulling my elbow to my core. He's in closed guard, but I'm in an up position. Now, that's where a lot of the jiu-jitsu guys don't get this. They used to, they're because of some things we're doing, the AGF is changing their point system. I used to be able to come up here and I wouldn't get any points because I was still in his guard. Most people are like, oh, this is closed guard, I'm happy.
It's progress.
I just got 2 points. Now, there's a lot of ugly things he wants to do to me. But he doesn't know the ugly things I want to do to him. Y'all remember all that hand randori we used to practice? I got a wrist lock already. If I'd have done that fast, he'd scream. I have this wrist lock. His elbow can't go any place. I'm pinning him. Boom! I'm slamming that hand down. Okay? This is one that Eric taught me years ago standing up. That Kota Haneri, I'm going to put it to my chest. He's already coming up. He's uncomfortable. He's not hurting. But I can do this, and I'm going to put it to the floor. Yeah. That's tap out city. Most guys don't see this, but they talk about, oh, you Aikido, blah, 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 blah. I said, you guys have no idea the nastiness that we can do once we learn how to navigate this ground environment, okay? I'm in my Aikido mode, okay?
Sort of like the way it's got.
I'm reaching deep. Now, this is not good for some people. Never reach with a straight arm. Keep your elbow on him. I'm cutting off his breathing. And the reason why I'm able to do this is because you just showed us last night. You remember this move? There's weight here. I'm up on my elbow. I'm going to slide this other hand in deep. Okay? Now, this doesn't always work from a top position, but I'll get him to thinking. If he opens his legs, now I'm going to slide and peel, pin. Always go here. And guess where? I wound back up inside control. So, mount. Just showing you, you can. So, first, if they're up there, get your hips under them. You can take a leg. Okay? But I'm still framed. Everybody wants to give you this arm. They want to give you a table leg. That's why that works. Okay? So you want to break them down. Okay? But you got some big old guy. He wants to smash my face. Okay? He's got a soft belly. Watch his body. See him moving? He's got a soft belly. Now, little shrimps. I've got him pinned. Shrimps. Now, I got a number of things that I can do here, but I wanted you to see, if you take your arms while they're doing that craziness and slide them, his belly, you create space to get your arms in. Now my arms are straight. He can't push my face anymore. Now, the first thing that I would want to do is I'm pinning his hips. See this knee right here? I want to get my elbow in between this knee, and I'm forming that belt. Remember what we did with our legs? I'm doing the same thing with my arms. I got a straight bone into him. My hand is across. I'm getting my elbow here. I'm going to kick my leg out. I'm going to push this so that I can either get my knee up, or since he's heavy on that leg, I'm going to drag. I'm going to step over. Why? That right there is painful. I'm attacking his hip. Now, I'm using my hips. Y'all don't see me getting up and fighting. I'm just turning around him. Now, I can pop up, take his back, pop out. He goes to turtle. There's a lot of nasty stuff from here. But Did anyone see me lift any weights? Yes, no? You saw me take my core and the long bones that really don't have arms, put them in place and work around it. And all of this is not perfect. When we demonstrate things, like when you watch the little recordings they make for money, everything goes perfect. One, I'm out. When you have someone who's skilled or not doing right, you've got to keep making little movements and improve your position until you get to where you want to go. Okay? Yes. And so, I did that. So that was one way to get that leg out and step around. There is another way. Well, there are other ways. I'm just showing you two possibilities, maybe.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, that's more.
For only.
So, I like to work from the worst positions because that's how we were taught in our Aikido. It's like, lock it in. Now, how do I get out of that? So he comes down and smash again. He has changed.
Smash this way again?
No, smash however you want to smash it. Where's my head pointing? That way. So guess what? I'm going to reach under. See, he can't control his belly. I'm going to reach under. And I'm getting a big hug here. Oh, guess what? I got this leg. I'm doing a crunch. See what I have? I've got my leg here on the inside. Okay? This arm is not really a problem for me. So now that I've done that, so that's a stiff arm. I'm going to turn this leg, that leg right there, I'm going to, oh, no, don't go there. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to make it a butt pad for him. I've stuck my butt in the oil hole. Okay? Now, where he is, he's riding my knee now. You didn't see me lift him, you saw me shift back. I'm going to push. I'm going to reach around with this other leg to his hip. He's in a bad spot because this thigh over here, if he wants to keep it there, I'm going to push his toe to his butthole. He's weaker. Or I'm going to pull it away. That's painful on the hip. But that's where I want to be. Because you see where, can everybody see where my feet are? So I'm going to squeeze my knees. I have this leg. I'm going to squeeze my knees. And I'm going to reach and turn that way. So he sits down for me. Okay? He's sitting down for me. You see this leg right here? I'm going to do a sit-up. Put it right in my armpit. I'm going to take my thumb by his Achilles and bring it to my mouth. Okay? Now, this usually, for me, happens before I get my head to the floor. The ankle is being popped in that direction. I haven't even pulled the toe straight. But I want to turn and bring my head down to the floor. See, he's already tapping. Now, the move looks like this. You have that leg, head goes down to the floor. Some people do it. But it's popping right here. When my head gets to the floor, if he's not done there, I'm going to turn and look back like this. And I'm going to break that in. Okay? But the thing we're focusing on here is when someone is smashing on you, breathe. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Push. The stomach will collapse. Reach into that space. Jiu-jitsu is a very intimate.
Yes.
So, you're on the street, you don't care. If I have to make contact, make contact. Okay? It's painful. make them pee their pants, put some pressure on that bladder. But you're actually getting your hands to their hip. When you control the point, they can't move. You saw he smashed on me, but when I got my hands in, what? Do you remember this thing that? Who? Guess what? Head in the clouds, John Travolta. When I'm down, I'm doing the same thing, except we don't got no arms. Head in the clouds. That move right there is comfortable for me. It pushes him away. It creates space. Now my hips can move. So through all of this, or of all of this, before we have you do this, we are never fighting that person. Okay? We're not fighting that person. Because it's the habit I've developed. But we were talking about this last night. I'm no longer fighting any of you. I'm working around you. I'm letting you tell me where to go. And if I'm in a bad position, I'm accepting your love. Because I'm going to return it. I don't want to be on the bottom. I want to be on the top. I don't want to be on the top. I want to be in the back. Okay, see? As a covert hypnotist, I do this because I'm playing in people's heads, okay? I'm playing in your heads. Some of you are thinking all kinds of different things, and I'm like, well, that's not my problem. My job is to take your brain and help deposit some information in there, and if I can tie up the doubting portion of it as I drop it through, one day while you're sitting back, I promise you, when y'all go back home, one day while you're sitting back thinking about nothing, because I'm doing this, this is a deliberate auto post suggestion. What I'm talking about now is going to pop in your head and you'll be like, he told me that, but you will remember. You'll think about something that I said and what I've connected to. It's going to bubble right up. So it's in it. But you've got to work it to make it better. Okay? So yeah, this is intimate. Okay? And you want to be smashed. Put it in terms that if you're teaching it to someone, don't make it dry. Put it in the nastiest terms possible. I was in the medical field. We've seen nasty things. We do nasty things. We are nasty. So, I just want to do something quickly. It doesn't matter. Okay, I like Dennis. Because Dennis has, I want y'all to know something. Dennis is really, really special.
Short bus kind of special.
No. And not in a Barney kind of way special, okay? Dennis is special because Dennis has his way. That's his way. It's not my way, it's not your way, he's special. Now, I don't want you to leave here thinking I put you on a pedestal. Everybody else in here is special too. But right now I need your brand as special. And because of his brand of special, I want you to do whatever you got to do. I really do. Yeah.
Okay, so.
See, he's telling me where to go. We're having a dance. I'm just keeping it moving. Remember those straight arms? Woo! Yeah. Guess what? What did I tell you earlier? All fights generally go where?
To the ground.
Guess where I want him? You know what's going to happen. Now, see, he thinks he has my back. Well, he does have my back. There's a whole lot of, hey, Pearson Sensei. See, he's already looking for us. So, guess what? I went where he wanted me to go. It looks like I'm in a bad spot. I'm in the best position. Now, you see this choke he just put on? Too late. I got my chin in. It's a strong bone. They tell us, and I drool when I do this, they tell us, don't turn to the black man's mouth. I want to turn to the black man's mouth. Because there's only so much he can do now. He can hold me. You see me cross my legs? Somebody change the channel over there. This may be a fight, but he's going to fight hard. I haven't headbutted him and all the stuff I could do, But this being a fight, with no time limit, I'm going home to mama. I might send him to the hospital. But I didn't fight him. And the way out, see where he is? Keep holding. Now, I got a wrist lock. He's not wrist lock. Wrist lock. He's fighting now. Oh, now he's out. Things happen along the way in the journey. Smell the flowers. Play with the bees. Touch the grass.
Taste your toes.
Yeah. And if you like the grass, for those of you who do, smoke the grass. But me, since I'm not a smoker, I eat my grass. Okay? So, I want you to partner up. And we're going to do mount. Now, for the person that's on mount, you know what your whole job is? Not like at 100%, but maybe 50%. Your job is to make them just uncomfortable. Just uncomfortable. Their job, you know the moves they're going to do, this is set. Their job is when they put their tools in the right place, there's really not much you can do. Because you can't move forward. They'll stick you in positions. That's the joy of not having no arms and moving your hips. Get your partners on 3. 1, 2,